I want to continue with the third part of my talk, theoretical. Learning from theory. Wesley Hofield, next slide, please. Wesley Hofield, an American lawyer who died in 1918, quite possibly of the Spanish flu, created an analytical system that allowed a clearer understanding of rights. He identified 4 kinds of rights: the privilege, the claim, the power, and the immunity. I will not attempt to explain his system in detail. It can get very detailed, in fact, and to be completely candid, sometimes I still get lost in the technical thicket. I will only try to sum it up through an example. I don't know if you can see this. Here's my cell phone. It's mine. I have rights to it. First, I have the right to use it. In the Hofield system, that's called a privilege, sometimes also a liberty. I have the privilege, for instance, to send a Viber message on it to what do you call a group of plant enthusiasts? A pot or a potus of plantitos. Second, I have the right to not allow others to use my cell phone. That's called a claim. I have claim against others, for example, not to use my cell phone to call overseas. Third, I have the right to transfer ownership or allow use of my cell phone to someone else. That's called a power. I have power to waive, change, transfer my claim right over my cell phone. And last, I have the right to not allow others to waive, change, or transfer my claim right over my cell phone. This is mine. No one should tell me what to do with it. That's called immunity. I have immunity against others altering my claim right over my cell phone, or, from being voted off the island. So the 4 elements or incidents of Hofield system, then: privilege, claim, power, immunity. While freedom of expression is not something we own in the sense of property, we can still usefully think of it as a complex right or a cluster of rights, according to Hofield's system. Freedom of expression is a privileged right, a liberty. I use it, for instance, when I express an opinion, say that Secretary Duque must resign. By what right can I say that? By my freedom of expression understood as a privilege or a liberty. Freedom of expression is also a claim right. I have claim against others, not allowing me to use my privileged right to express an opinion. By what right can I say that I will not allow others to prevent me from exercising my freedom of expression, understood as a privilege? By my freedom of expression, understood as a claim. Incidentally, when I give up this claim, for instance, when I prevent myself from expressing my own opinion that Secretary Duque must resign, I am censoring myself. Self-censorship is a voluntary, if grudging, ceding of my claim right. Freedom of expression is a power right too. I use it when I exercise my power to waive, change, transfer my claim right, or to modify my use of my privilege right. For instance, I can change my opinion about the need for Secretary Duque to resign. When, for instance, I express the opinion that it is President Duterte himself who must resign because he is too sickly, too distracted to oversee the country's life or death struggle against the coronavirus pandemic, I am using my freedom of expression as a power right. By what right can I do that? By my freedom of expression understood as a power. Freedom of expression, finally, is also an immunity right. I use it when I insist that I am immune to the state forcing me to change my opinion, or worse, to keep silence. By what right can I assert that? By my freedom of expression understood as immunity. When the state enforces silence by criminalizing a speech act as inciting to terrorism, it violates all of our immunity rights and thus diminishes freedom of expression itself. What can we do to deepen our understanding and our practice of freedom of expression? I go back to where I started, our petition before the Supreme Court. Next slide, please. In it, we offer 3 hypothetical examples to demonstrate the constitutionally impermissible vagueness of the Anti-Terrorism Act. First hypothesis: concerned citizens call on social media to boycott the companies of the president's crony. Second hypothetical situation: a teacher's appeal on Facebook to people who are going hungry to gather at the local gym where relief goods are stocked. And third hypothetical situation: a worker's criticism of the president's incoherent ramblings on TV. Hypothetical examples, but wrenched from everyday Philippine reality. We ask the court, will these examples be classified as incitements to terrorism under the new law? Under Hofield's analytical system, we can understand the specific nature of the anti-terror law's assaults on freedom of expression and related rights. It puts pressure on the individual or the institution in their exercise of their claim rights. It undermines, subverts even a citizen's immunity right. Not least, it diminishes the citizen's exercise of the fundamental freedom, the freedom of expression.